Welcome back everyone to World of Warships. Yes, I still play this game on occasion. While it doesn't seem to hold my attention quite as well as World of Tanks does, it is nice occasionally to take a break from tanks and go looking for some other way to go, get on my online gaming fix. And World of Warships does a pretty good job with this. Today we are sailing what's arguably one of my favorite ships in this game, the USS Alaska large cruiser number 1. Who you toss? Who's the U.S. Navy fooling? This is a battle cruiser. And I rather like this vessel. I won't claim I'm like the best Alaska player. I can't even claim I'm close to being, anything maybe an average player in World of Warships. But I find this ship very, very enjoyable to play because it combines the resiliency of American battleships with some of the better features of U.S. cruisers. So what is this cruiser really for? Well, its preferred prey, shall we say, are other cruisers. Its guns shoot fast enough and do enough damage to help it quickly punish any cruisers that are caught out of position. Even better, it can, as I haven't done in my case, mount both hydro and radar, making it capable of smoking out, or unsmoking out, perhaps, anyone using smoke screens like those pesky British cruisers. So here, I'm going to use what my preferred tactic is, the Alaska. I am rushing for a forward covered position to try and force the other team into a defensive pose, and I feel a little bad for this poor York. I really do. Look, watch what happens. Oof, ouch. So, I think what happened there was he turned broadside when he realized he had fired and now everything was aiming at him. And the Amagi fired, and then I fired, and then the Roma fired, and all of us hit him. So now I'm going to pop my radar because I can see that someone is actually capturing A, and sure enough, there's a Yongumo. Now here I'm at a bit of a disadvantage. I've simply put, the rate of fire is too low to make a serious impression on a destroyer, but I'm going to load high explosive to maximize my chances of doing real damage to this guy, and I managed to load just in time to get off one salvo. And while the guns are not as accurate as other cruisers, they're certainly more accurate than our battleships, and I'm able to score a solid bit of damage on him. And now I'm just running for all I'm worth, because I'm spotted, and that's a Musashi. Now if there's one thing I do not want to do, I do not end up in a gun duel with a Musashi, because I have difficulty doing real damage to him, and he could potentially kill me with a single salvo. The good news is that he's not very accurate at range. Once I go invisible, I say, alright, excellent, I'll be able to make my intended position down here. I just have to hope the Nkubo doesn't pop around and stack a bajillion torpedoes right down here, because that would be unpleasant. To help make that less likely that will score hits, I slow down here, throw off his aim, and then I spot a King George V. This King George V is going to be a pain in my backside. But, we're going to start off by slapping him for, good 7,000 damage. Because, it's a cruiser. And I have a roughly 17.5 second reload on this thing. So I'm able to just keep piling shells into whatever target looks most interesting. And you'll see the guns. Excuse me. The guns perform pretty acceptably, even against targets as difficult as the Musashi. Now I keep being spotted as I shoot here, and I'm assuming it's the Angumo, which is why I have turned on my hydro. I wish to have warning of any torpedoes, but in fact I've spotted torpedoes going by through the cap circle on my left. They're actually aimed at the Helena and the Roma that were behind me. It goes over there. I wonder what is spotting me. Well, I'm not thinking about my mini-map carefully enough, even though I looked at him earlier. I've forgotten how much I forgot about the King George V. Right up to the point where he slaps me here and sets me on fire, because he's a King George V.
Fire alarm!
Shooting AG. That's kind of what it does. Sets everything on fire. I think about returning fire here, but I'm not going to reload in time. One fire is annoying, but Even though this thing has battleship burn time of almost a full minute, I'm okay with it because I have heals. It's a high tier cruiser. I get to heal, and I'm in a position now where I can sit here and just pummel things while the rest of the division of battleships, the Amagi and the Roma, catch up along with the Helena. And I don't want to charge quite. I kind of want to see if the battleships go first. But by taking this position right here, we've actually put part of the enemy team in a crossfire, and that's put them on the defensive. And this is unfortunately just, well, I badly misjudged the Baltimore's reverse speed, and I ended up shooting mostly in front of him, though I think one shell ends up RNGing onto him. Yeah, there it is. Woo! Had I gotten more than one, he would probably be dead now. The King George continues to pummel me, and now he set me on fire twice more. And I'm there like, oh, just go away. Because I catch fire kind of easily to really large caliber shells like that. So weirdly, in some ways, the King George is actually being more threatening here than the Musashi. The Musashi has a lot of targets he needs to shoot at. They're all shooting at him. The King George is not being shot at as much, and as a result, he feels free to do as he pleases. Anyways, continue slowly chipping away at health, and I decided to take a pot shot to King George here because, well, he's proving to be more of a nuisance than the Musashi is, even though he's 2 tiers lower. Go figure. So though it's just, you know, me and the 2 battleships happy to sit here lobbing long-range shells at Musashi. What you can see is, well, he's trying to do something. He knows he doesn't want to charge, but he also knows that he can't really run away because if he runs too far away, his team's flank is going to collapse. I've now noticed that the capture point's being taken again, so I load HE because I'm pretty sure it's not Nemo. He is still trying to capture the base, even though he knows there's a radar cruiser over here because I've already radared him once. So I pop radar again, and yep, there he is. I'm going to call for fire on him. Now he is tucked in a smart position. There are not a lot of ships that can get angles on him, but I'm reversing out to try and put a shot into him to keep him from capturing the base. He realizes he's in trouble when fire starts coming in. He's going to start moving, so this shot is a little bit more difficult than I would have liked. But I do manage to score a hit and force a reset right before he would have escaped. Anyways, he vanishes, but, you know, whatever. The radar did its job, and it forced him out of the capture point once again, helping keep this game swinging slowly but steadily in my team's favor. Now, my battleship division has decided to charge in. They are going to engage the Musashi. I managed to knock out a gun turret on the Musashi. Yeah, it's only a temporary knockout. We'll see him shooting all his turrets again later. But, wow, I didn't even I was surprised at that. I did not expect to be able to knock out the turret of a battleship like the Musashi with the Alaska's guns. So now I'm trying to decide how do I best help out my team. And I decide my best thing I can do for my team right now is go root out that Yungumo and just tear his face off. So even though this means I'm going to have to turn full broadside to the Musashi, he is being pushed by 2 battleships. Hopefully they will hold his attention. See, I'm once again loading high explosive rounds here. I'm loading these for the Yungumo, but since he's not visible yet, I'm quite happy to spew them at a Russian battleship up here. It's not the best ammunition of choice for such shooting, but it does do damage. It might set him on fire. You're going to see here I'm zigzagging and also trying to keep my speed different. This is, once again, I'm trying to keep the Musashi from crushing me. Because I'm showing him full broadside. Yeah, he has a hard time shooting right now because there's an island there, but I'm going to have to keep advancing to find the Yungumo. And yes, I've got my Hydra open again because I'm pretty sure he's going to be trying to torpedo me, particularly once my radar comes off cooldown just a few seconds. And now we're destroyer hunting. Hello, little friend. He just stands no chance here. He's come out here one too many times. Yeah, there's his torpedoes. There he goes. Opponent Vladivostok with one more salvo AG, and reload with armor piercing. So now I'm a big ass cruiser stuck out in the open with a Musashi and a whole bunch of other warships on my right, and the Vladivostok on the right. And yeah, the Musashi still has a chance. It tries to delete me, and that hurt, but as you can see, I'm continuing to serpentine and try and make this as difficult as possible by changing my speed and changing my angle. Meanwhile, my guns continue to perform, if not amazingly, they're doing acceptable chunks of damage to a same-tier battleship. I see him shoot him again and go, no! Turn. Oof, yeah, oof, okay. And put another solid round into him. But yes, he could still easily kill me, even if I full bow on. His guns are so big, he will just overmatch me. Just to keep the shells coming. And I start slowing down again here, not in this case because I'm trying to evade maneuvers, because I realize I'm about to get, I might be overextending a little bit. And I don't really want to outrun my team. Alaska is good at pushing, but there's pushing and then there's doing something suicidal. Guess who set me on fire again? Yep, it's that King George. And I'm sitting here trying to debate, do I shoot him or do I shoot the Musashi? Do I shoot him? No, I'll shoot the Musashi. Ooh, Musashi shooting again. At this point, thinking, oh, you know, what's the worst that can happen? I start speeding up again to try and keep my evasive maneuvers up. When I get some fire twice more. Bloody King George is really costing me a lot of health. And at this point, I decide, I see the sheer number of red dots around me. I'm like, you know, this is getting a little hot. Cease fire and pull back a little bit. And now I'm being shot at, I think it's by a Belfast. It could also be an Atlanta. They both have very high rate of fire guns. But by not firing, because the enemy team is retreating, I'm able to drop off the minimap and pull back and let the situation develop a little bit so my team can catch up. And also give myself a chance to get my my final health consumable up and running again. But I don't really want to keep running. I mean, the other team is clearly on the run. I want to keep the pressure on. I just need a better opportunity than to shoot at a Musashi that's going to be lots of trouble. That's when we spot a Monarch, and he's full broadside. See me out here, and I'm like, if I shoot, I'll be spotted again, but that's a really tempting target. Team's winning. Let's see if we can put this Monarch out of his misery. And yeah, the moment I shoot, someone immediately locks me up, and they're like, kill the Alaska! It's being difficult. It appears it's one of the cruisers on the left, because they are rightfully terrified of the Alaska. So far, I have not gotten to hunt any cruisers this game, and it's made me a little bit sad. Managed to kill the Monarch, though.
We've destroyed an enemy battleship.
Now, this gives you how vulnerable this thing is to HE. That was 3,000. Here's a salvo from that King George. It does 7,000. That was a lot of health I just lost. So I'm going to pile some shots at the broadside on King George, hoping for some Citadel hits. Sadly, all I get are some pens and overpens. Now, I'm still angling against the King George, because I have to assume that at almost any moment he might suddenly switch back to armor piercing. In armor piercing, he could actually delete me, but instead, he could use throwing high explosive and oof.
Fire alarm.
Sets me on fire yet again. Please stop with the barbecue. Go away. I've had enough of this nonsense. There we go. Dealt with him. Still got the rear turret. So I swing it around to bring it in line with finally a cruiser. It's a Bifast. Or a Belfast, but Bifast. Slap, that's what it's for. And finish the job. So that you can claim, yeah, I killed a tier 9 cruiser. I'm sorry, I killed a tier 9 destroyer, a tier 7 battleship, and a tier 7 cruiser. Seems alright. And the fire even goes out before I burn to death. How pleasant. Musashi is the last thing left alive. He's still, he was fighting and sank both of the battleships that came forward with me. That's for respect, please. But the destroyer was able to finish him off to end the match. I only have this one screenshot, unfortunately, but you can see it was pretty good. 100,000 damage, got some solid credits, 4,000 XP. Most excitingly, Fireproof and Dreadnaught. Yes, it's a cruiser. It's a large cruiser, though. It can take it for quite some time. I hope you found that match at least interesting. I assume it is not precisely the most exciting match I've ever done, but I felt it demonstrated the strengths and weaknesses of the Alaska quite well. Have a good day.